In this video, we will be dividing integers. The I can statement is I can divide integers using the division rules. So let's look at a few questions. So think about this. Have you ever thought about what happens if we divide by 0? Or what about if 0 is divided by a number? So let's look at the first question. What happens if we divide by 0? Okay, so let's look at an example. 5 divided by 0. We are dividing by 0. Our answer is going to be undefined. Let's look at the second question. What about if 0 is divided by a number? Well, 0 divided by 5 equals 0. We know that 0 divided by any value is going to always equal 0. Same thing here. Any value divided by 0 is always going to be undefined. Okay, so let's look at the division rules. What is a positive divided by positive? Our answer is going to be positive. Let's look at an example. 12 divided by 3, we know that that equals positive 4. Let's look at another division rule. What is a negative divided by a negative? That is a positive. Here's an example. Negative 12 divided by negative 3, that will give us positive 4. Our third division rule is what is a positive divided by negative? Well, that will give us an answer of negative. That is negative. Here's an example. 12 divided by negative 3, that will give me negative 4. The last division rule is what is a negative divided by a positive? That is a negative. And if we look at an example, negative 12 divided by 3 will give me negative 4. Okay, so we're going to do some problems, and you need to remember these 4 outcomes when we are dividing integers. So you can press pause on the video if you want to go back and check your answers after you complete the problem. So go ahead and click pause. Okay, so problem number 1 states negative 8 divided by 4. So here I have negative 8. Here I have a positive 4. So I like to label above that I have a negative divided by a positive. And if I look at my division rules, I know that that's going to give me a negative, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So my answer is negative 2. Okay, problem number 2. If you want to go ahead and pause it, right now would be a good time to hit pause. All right, so I have negative 12 divided by negative 6. So I'm going to box this one, negative 12, and I'm going to box my negative 6. I know that that's a negative divided by a negative. If I look at my division rules, that will give me a positive, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, problem number 3, go ahead and hit pause. Here I have positive 9 divided by negative 3. So I have a positive divided by a negative. The division rule states that that is a negative, and 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. Okay, problem number 4. Go ahead and hit pause. Here I have 48 divided by 6. 48 is a positive, and 6 is a positive. So that is a positive divided by a positive, which I know is a positive, and my answer is 8. 48 divided by 6 will give me 8. Okay, go ahead and hit pause. All right, so here I have 6 divided by negative 12. I'm going to box my 6, that is positive. I'm going to box my 12, which is negative, negative 12. Okay, so this is a positive divided by a negative. My division rules states that that is a negative, and 6 divided by 12, be careful, it's not 2. My numerator is smaller. So anytime I have a numerator that is smaller than my denominator for the absolute value, 6 is smaller than 12, that tells me I'm going to have a fraction. So I have negative 1/2. Okay, go ahead and hit pause. All right, so here I have negative 4 divided by 6. Negative 4 is negative. 6 is positive. So this is a negative divided by positive. I know my answer will be negative. I also want to point out this problem is similar to problem number 5 in that my numerator 4 is less than 6. So I know that I'm going to have a fraction. 4 can be divided by 2, which is 2. 6 can be divided by 2, which is 3. So my answer is going to be negative 2/3. And again, don't forget that negative. Okay, problem number 7. Go ahead and pause it. Okay, here I have 6, and it's a positive 6 divided by positive 8. And this is a positive divided by positive. So I know my answer is going to be positive. This problem again is similar to number 6 and number 5 in that my numerator is smaller than my denominator. I can see that they both are divisible by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I know that I have 3/4, or 3/4. And again, my answer is positive. Okay, so last problem, go ahead and hit pause. Okay, so I have negative 15, I'm going to box that, divided by negative 25. So I have a negative divided by a negative. I know my answer is going to be positive. This problem is very similar to the last 3. My numerator, 15, is less than my denominator, which is 25, okay? So that tells me that I'm going to have a fraction as an answer. They're both divisible by 5. So if I take 15 divided by 5, I get 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And again, a negative divided by a negative is positive. So I'm going to have a positive answer and reduce it by 5. Here I get 3 divided by 5, or 3/5, or 3/5. Okay, and that's it.